Ready? Think we are ready. Yep. All right. Yeah. Let's see. All right. Looks good. Um. Let's see. All right. So, welcome everyone. I believe it's pretty laggy. Let's see here. Is it laggy? Or is it just me? No, it's not laggy. All right. Let's keep. Does that help with the frame rate? Actually, yeah, a lot. Let's talk about all the news today. I have all the news on my iPad. Okay. So, let's go to the first news here. Should be here. A little bit of old news. The Realme V5 got released, and I actually talked about it a little bit in my video that I did today. Or no, yesterday. Today. today. Let's see here. Where is it? I swear I saw it. Maybe it's in maybe that's just featured news. Is there like an actual news? Yeah, there's an actual news section. I usually use it on my phone, so I don't. Here, let's see if we could search Realme V5. The problem is that I can't do. Oh shoot. Can't do multiple things at multiple windows at once, or else it. Here it is. Here it is. Here you go. So I still need to make sure that the. Alright, so it looks pretty good. So the Realme V5 is the cheapest 5G smartphone yet. That's pretty interesting, and you might be like, how cheap is it? Well, it's only 200 and I believe it was 45 bucks. No, 215. 215 bucks. That is a super good price tag. I was originally thinking it was 245. So the Realme V5 is the cheapest 5G smartphone yet, and I'll tell you all the specifications. It's pretty crazy what you're getting for this. So you're getting a MediaTek Dimensity 720 chip by MediaTek, and you get 6 or 8 gigabytes of RAM, so really good amount of RAM. And you get a ton of cameras. How many cameras? You get 1, 2, 3, 4. You get 4 cameras. One of them is a main camera, which is 48 megapixels, 8 megapixel ultra wide. That's actually exactly the same as OnePlus Nord. How many degrees that is? Is this the same? Maybe ultra wide cameras as OnePlus Nord. I don't know. It also has a macro sensor. Okay, and then it also has a depth sensor. So 2 of the cameras completely useless. 2 of the cameras are actually important. So let's see some of the specifications here. We got a 90 hertz display, and that's actually pretty good, and it seems like it has a 180 hertz touch sampling rate. So that's actually really, really good. Um, and obviously, yeah, they're using VOOC charging, which is actually really fast. Um, One of my family members actually has the Realme 6. Super, super fast charging. Just about as fast as my OnePlus 7 Pro. And it's really good. So this is a 5,000 milliamp hour battery. It's only an LCD screen. And 6.5 inches, 90.7% screen to body ratio, it seems. So yeah, and also has, I guess, really good audio. This seems like a really, really great device for 215 bucks. Now, I'm not sure how available this is going to be, because a lot of the time these aren't that available in the US. You could probably import it. Let me actually check if you could maybe import it, because lots of times on several different sites you can just import it from eBay or like Amazon or something like that. Not really from Amazon, but from like AliExpress maybe. So yeah, you can do it on eBay. It's more expensive. Yeah, it's about it's definitely more expensive and it's shipping from China, so it's yeah, that's what I thought. And then AliExpress. The problem with AliExpress is that it takes so long to ship things and things like that because it's all from China. But usually, yeah, Realme V5 is 216 bucks on AliExpress, so that's where you probably want to get it. And so for that price tag, you're getting 6 gigabytes of RAM, 128 gigabytes of storage, 90 hertz display, 48 megapixel quad camera, and it seems really similar to the Realme 6 except the camera setup. Like it looks different, but besides that, it looks pretty much the same. I'm not sure how good the 720 is, the Dimensity 720. I think it's actually really good. I think it has some pretty good scores, but we'll find out. So yeah, that's the first article today. So that's the first article. And the next article is going to be about the Vivo S7 that got released. So I also talked about a little bit about it in my video that I did today. And here we go. I'm actually pretty impressed with this one because this has really good cameras and also has pretty good display and everything. So yeah, so it has a 60 hertz display, so I was right about that. 1080p, I was right about that. 765G chipset and a 64 megapixel rear camera. Wow, that's really good, and it has an ultra wide and a depth sensor, so no stupid macro. Oh, the ultra wide's also a macro camera. That's what you want, because that's what's actually good, because the ultra wide camera is way better than the most of the macro sensors. So how much is this one? Wow. Okay, I thought this was $499. This is 400 bucks. And yeah, it has only a 60 hertz display. That's the only thing. Has a 4,000 milliamp hour battery, should be okay. And seems like it has pretty good specs. So it's capable of recording 4K at 60 FPS on the two front-facing cameras. Yeah, and the next is the ultra wide, so I was right about that. Um, so this says EIS, I guess, and yeah, it seems pretty good. The actual main sensor. Now, I'm not sure what the main sensor can record in, but I'm assuming 4K 30. Yeah, 4K 30 and then 4K 60 on the rear. I'm on the front. I don't know why they're doing this. It's like almost like the front-facing sensor is almost better. I don't know. They did that with the what is it? The OnePlus Nord. Yeah, so no 90 hertz display, but it has a pretty good screen. Seems like that. I don't know. Seems like a pretty good phone for, like 399 or whatever it's gonna be. Comparing to the OnePlus Nord, I would still, I don't know. The OnePlus Nord, this might be the only difference between the Nord and this is that this has more of a, notch. OnePlus Nord has kind of a Actually, I would probably like the notch more. And this has better cameras probably too. It's 64 megapixels. Megapixels don't mean everything, but still, looks pretty good. So this has, yeah, EIS, but doesn't have any kind of, um, doesn't have any kind of, gimbal stabilization or anything like that. So yeah, not the best I've seen from Vivo, but still pretty good. And another thing that I talked about in my video, this is probably the last thing that I talked about, was the HTC Wildfire 2, right? So actually, let's see who's on the stream right now. I know there were some people very obsessed with phones and technology. First time I saw your channel, I realized that there was different phones. I've heard about it. Yeah, technology is pretty fun to talk about and stuff. It's a lot of fun. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. So HTC. Here it is. Yeah, so the HTC Wildfire E2, I can't believe HTC is actually still alive. You're getting 4 gigabytes of RAM, 64 gigabytes of storage. Actually, that's way better than the A01 right there. Just $120. All right, and this is being offered in Russia, so I don't know if this can be offered. Yeah, and this didn't have any formal announcement. This is a low-end offering, and so it has, yeah, P22 chipset. It's not that good, but it does have way more RAM than than the than the A01 that I reviewed. So, yeah, it seems like an okay option, I guess, and it also has a fingerprint scanner, so maybe an okay option, but you definitely should consider other options too. So now let's talk about some of the biggest news that I put on my headline. I believe I put on my headline. Did I put it on my headline? Yeah. The Google discontinues the Pixel 4. This is kind of weird because they did the same, I think, with a 3A and the 3A XL. So what they did is that they discontinued sales of the Pixel 4 and the Pixel 4 SL in the US and some other regions. So it's available through like Amazon and places like that, but not through Google itself. And they did the exact same thing with the Google Pixel 3A and 3A XL. A couple months before Google was released their, or no, maybe it was a couple weeks. It may have been like just a month before. But I'm just gonna say a couple weeks before the Google Pixel 4. I mean, a few weeks before the 4A was gonna be announced. The 3A got completely discontinued. So it seems like they're doing the same thing here. And they actually, what's surprising is that I believe they actually leaked when they were going to release their product. I think it's October 8th. Yeah. But it'll probably be delayed. Just like the Pixel 4a. So yeah, just some pretty interesting things here. And it will still get software updates for 3 years, so 2 years left basically. And then let's see. Yeah, this came on sale in 2019 of October. So it hasn't even been a year yet, and they already discontinued it. That's pretty weird. Why? I don't know why they actually do that. Yeah, 10 months. So pretty weird there, and yeah, and the Pixel 4 was a complete fail in my opinion because not only it had poor battery life, didn't have an ultra wide camera, and then the video recording capabilities itself wasn't that good. Had 90 hertz, but it didn't always work. The really weird face recognition issue. I mean, it had so many problems. Um, you know, but yeah. So now let's talk about the next thing. That is the. Let me just see. How long have we been streaming so far? We've been streaming for about 14 minutes. Okay. We still got a lot of stuff to cover. So let's go to the next thing, and that is the Mi 10 Ultra. And so, yeah, I'm going to go to both things, but this one is about the 120 times zoom, which I don't know why you would ever need that, but here's some pictures here. Let's still see if the stream's good. Seems okay. Yeah, it seems okay. So, yeah, you're getting 120 times zoom and 4 cameras in total. And it seems like this is going to be a pretty interesting phone because it will also, I believe, have a 120 hertz display. Yeah, where is that? 865 plus chipset, 12 gigabytes of RAM, up to 12 gigabytes of RAM. And, 16 gigabytes of RAM actually for the transparent one. There's going to be a transparent version of this. And I'm not sure where it says. Yeah, 120 hertz, 1080p AMOLED display with a 4500 milliamp hour battery. That seems pretty good. 55 watt wireless charging, pretty good there. I'm not sure about the regular charging, but seems pretty good. It's even in the retail box, so that's what you're getting. And then let's go back to this one, which is right, the ceramic and transparent back. So this is going to be pretty interesting because last time we had a ceramic back of a phone, I think was the Essential phone, I think, had it. I'm not sure about any of the other ones, but I know the Essential phone had it. So yeah, it says most of the same things. But yeah, it's gonna be having ceramic and transparent back. So that's pretty interesting there. So let's go to the next thing, and that is about Realme again, because we started off with Realme and now we're going back to Realme. So let's go back to Realme, I guess. Here you go. The Realme C12 is going to have a 6,000 milliamp hour battery, 3 gigabytes of RAM, Helio P35 chipset, and that's pretty crazy. We haven't had too many 6,000 milliamp hour batteries. They're usually on like Alcatel or, the other phones that that make like heavy duty kind of phones. Fun fact, I forgot what the phone's called. Have to remember. Unbox Therapy made a video of it, and I was gonna get the phone, and I forgot what it's called. I forgot what the company's called actually. Even I think it might have been Alcatel. Is it called Alcatel? Was it the? Yeah, it was the K7. That's what it was. Yeah, I was so back in, I think it was 29. It might have been like mid 2019. I was stuck with my iPhone 6S, and so I was like, this has terrible battery. I need a good battery. I don't know what to do. So I was considering some options, and so I had a limited amount of money. And so I was originally actually going to get the iPhone 7 Plus, and I bought it, and it was iCloud locked. And so it was iCloud locked, and so I was like, oh, shoot. Well, I knew it was iCloud locked, and I thought I could bypass it somehow. I didn't. So I was like, damn it, sold it, and then I was like, okay, I seriously need an option. So I was either going to go with the iPhone XR that I could pay $20 a month for, and then, or I would get the Alcatel K7. So the Alcatel K7 I think was 120 bucks or something like that. So it was really similar. The reason why I didn't get it, I think, was because it had Android 8, and so I think the latest at that time, I think it just started Android 10. So most people were on Android 9, and so it had Android 8. So it was like, whoa, that's really far behind. But what interested me the most was the 10,000 milliamp hour battery. I was like, whoa, that's a really big battery. I watched so many videos on it. And so it had a pretty bad screen. I don't think it had that good of a screen. But yeah. I think what were some of the specifications? I don't think if they even okay. Um, yeah, that's what it was. Alcatel K7, and so specifications. Yeah, it's 720p screen, 4 GB of RAM, 64 GB of storage. Had dual cameras, but I think the dual cameras might have been. Now it runs on Android 9 Pie, but I think before it ran on Android 8. So it was 268 pixels per inch, so not Retina at all. And yeah, it wasn't that good besides the battery. I guess it was okay. It had a pretty good design, and it had an okay camera, I think. But overall, it wasn't it wasn't that good at all. But anyway, yeah, this comes with a 6,000 milliamp hour battery, so it seems like it's gonna be Helio G35. So seems pretty good. Oh, this was what we were originally on. So not okay. Helio P35, not Helio G35. All right. So what is the next thing? Right, the iPhone 12 is having some pretty bad problems. And those problems are that they are having. Okay, first of all, the iPhone 12 is going to be not. It's not going to be good because first of all, it's not going to have a 120 hertz display. Basically the same notch. And it seems like they're even going to have, camera supply issue. That shouldn't be that big of a problem though. But I'm just saying that there's not too many upgrades at all. So I'm definitely not getting the iPhone 12. But probably a lot of people are kind of excited for the 5.4-inch iPhone, even though I actually really like big phones. Because I don't know. I think that my hands fit. I think my hands are pretty suitable for like a 6 or maybe 6 point something inch display because I don't really like small phones. That was actually one of the problems with my iPhone 6s. I always had problems with it being like way too small for me. So then I got the iPhone XR, and that was an okay size, but I really like the OnePlus 7 Pro size. It fits my hands perfectly. So yeah, I might get like a 6.9-inch phone. I don't know because I tried out the Note 10 Plus, and that had a really big screen. I forgot what it was exactly, but that felt. I actually really like that, even though I don't like the Note 10 Plus itself that much. I'm okay with it, but obviously the Note 20 is way better. Note 20 Ultra, not the Note 20. Um, yeah. So, oh, let's see who's on this. Let's see who's on the stream right now, because I have not checked the stream recently. Okay, no one's on the stream right now. Anyway, yeah. Fits my hands pretty good, and so, yeah. Um, yeah. So there's gonna be, I guess, some camera issues, and so um, there was cracking with high temperature and high humidity, which shouldn't you know the launch will probably be unaffected, but we do know that it is launching in October most likely. So yeah. And so speaking of iPhones and Apple and things like that, I do want to show you some pictures of Apple Park. Forgot. Um, where is it? I have some really, really awesome pictures. Okay. So, yeah. Here's, like, I seriously got some really, really awesome pictures. Let's see. Where is OBS? There's OBS. So, here you go. I'm just gonna put it over to like this. Okay. So, I have actually some really, really cool photos. See, that's Apple Park right there. And this. So yeah, really, really cool. Right here is me. front of the Apple Park Visitor Center. So really cool. Yeah, really enjoyed the experience. So yeah, seems like like there's a lot of drop frames right now. All right. Yeah, let's put this away. So yeah, let's see what else we have. We have, right. So the Z Fold 2 actually got into a hands-on video, and it got leaked. And so it was a little bit of announced, but it wasn't like fully. And yeah, it's all the details are coming on September 1st. But then they got like a hands-on video, which I'm not gonna play, but it's pretty interesting. So yeah, just it got a hands-on video, and so now we know like basically a lot of things about the phone, like a 7.6-inch internal screen that has a 120 hertz refresh rate, 865 plus chipset, and it has a 4500 milliamp hour battery, 12 gigabytes of RAM, and yeah. And so the last thing that we're going to talk about today is the Huawei Mate 40. So the Huawei Mate 40, if you guys know, Huawei's is banned by the U.S. right now, so it's pretty bad for them. So what's happening with the Mate 40 is that actually, it's going to be the last Kirin-powered flagship phone, because I guess they have some sort of thing where, yeah, the U.S. will block TSMC from manufacturing chips for Huawei starting in mid-September. So that's not good. There's not too much else to talk about, but as you can see, it's going to have the Kirin 1000 chipset. Has a huge camera bump. Like seriously, this is a huge camera bump for the Huawei Mate 40. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys